What you're about to watch is fan-made, but don't let that stop you. Enjoy, and always support anything official. Finally, a day without drama, just the sun, some peace, and my impeccable sense of style. And UV levels that could practically cook an egg on the sidewalk. Oh, please. That's what SPF 75 is for.
Heads up! This ball's got some serious velocity.
How serious?
Oh, serious enough that if it takes out Britney's magazine, it might improve her fashion sense.
Watch it, Seville. Alvin, maybe don't provoke her. It's too hot for a fashion feud.
Okay, I'm going for the goal. Goal!
That was amazing, Eleanor.
And nobody got hit. That's a win in my book.
Has anyone seen Simon? He's usually out here by now lecturing us about hydration and sun exposure.
Oh, probably inventing some sunscreen that also makes you, invisible. Or, building a robot to hand out water bottles.
Or hiding from social interaction. Classic Simon. He's just busy. I saved him a cupcake in case inventing makes him hungry.
That's so thoughtful, Theodore. You know what? This might actually be the perfect day.
Whoa! Oh, Alvin, you jinxed it. Well, hydration achieved. So, since the soccer ball's knocked all of the water over, does anybody, want a cupcake?
Only if it comes with a helmet, Theodore. Seriously, guys, my bad. Hello, guys. We have to get back to recording the Munkcast. Chris is back from his, unexpected sabbatical after his, father unfortunately passed away. It's been very sad. I couldn't imagine. I really couldn't. He's okay now to record the show with us, so come on, guys, let's get to it.
Oh. Okay, Simon. Come on, guys. Let's do this one for his dad.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Munkcast, the #1 place for your chipmunk fix. And we are back again. It's been a while, but you guys probably know why. If you follow the feed on YouTube or Discord or wherever else we posted it. It's been an important time for our producers here, so you can forgive us, I hope. But we're back, and we're absolutely ready to go. So without any further ado, don't look at me like that, Alvin. It's a figure of speech. We're going to get started with our first piece of fan mail, and it is from Khalil Juan Johnson, 2025. And this one's for Alvin. Hi, I got a question for Alvin. So what made you want to join the 24-hour karaoke live stream? And have you had moments where you give up, but then succeed at the end? Because there's moments where a character named Charlie Brown did fail a few times on stuff, but keeps trying, like pitching a baseball or flying a kite and kicking that football. Pretty insightful comparison, I must say. Oh, awesome question, Khalil. And yeah, first off, the 24-hour karaoke livestream was basically calling my name. Literally. I mean, come on. Karaoke, audience, spotlight? That's my whole vibe. But, fun fact, since I was actually the only one there, I was supposed to be in a group. But the others, well, let's just say that a full day of singing wasn't exactly at the top of their to-do lists.
24 hours in front of a camera? No, thank you. Some of us like to pace ourselves. And preserve our vocal cords.
Also, I had soccer practice. Priorities.
Exactly. So it became a solo mission. And yeah, at one point, around an hour and 15, my voice was basically gone. I tried to hit a huge note in Livin' La Vida Loca, and it sounded more like a confused duck. Ah, poor duck. Yeah, I almost quit right there. My throat was sore. The chat was full of people telling me to take a break. Even the live stream moderator said I could bow out if I needed to. But then this little comment popped up in the chat. It said, "Keep going, Alvin. You've got this." Oh, and that was it. Just that. And it reminded me why I joined in the first place. Not for fame, not even just for fun, but to prove that when you set a goal, you finish it. So I grabbed some hot drinks, powered through, and ended up nailing it to the final second. You know, with the song, "We Are the Champions." Voice cracks and all.
A surprisingly fitting choice.
That's actually really inspiring, Alvin. Hey, even I have my Charlie Brown moments. We all do. Yeah, and cupcakes don't fix everything, but they help. So, Khalil, when things get tough, remember, the confused duck phase is temporary. The champion moment is totally worth it.
Next up, we have a question from Corday Davis, H2Z. Hi, Chipmunks and Chipettes. I have a question for my friend, Theodore. Since we're a team together, what would we do exactly? Would we eat snacks together? Please answer. Well, Theodore, this is clearly for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Corday. And first of all, yes, we would definitely eat snacks together. Like, that's essential team building. It's practically rule number 1. You know, in the Team Theodore playbook. It's also rule number 2, 3, and 4. Hey, snacks are serious business.
It's true. Theo knows all the best snack combos, like peanut butter or bananas, or cheese puffs dipped in salsa. Seriously, try that. It's amazing.
Thanks, Eleanor. But being teammates isn't just about the food, Corday. We'd totally be doing other awesome stuff too. Like, building forts, or going on treasure hunts. You're great at coming up with adventures, Theodore, even if they usually involve cupcakes, somehow. Okay, maybe like a little cupcake treasure hunt? Oh no, not the great cupcake caper of Corday. And Theodore, try saying that first thing in the morning.
Sounds like a surprisingly effective strategy, for maintaining morale.
And for maintaining frosting all over the furniture. Hey, messes mean we're having fun. And besides, being on a team means we help each other clean up too. Right, Corday? Really, the best part of being teammates, it's just being there for each other. Cheering when the other person wins, sharing snacks, sharing ideas, picking up after each other, and each other picking each other up when we do things wrong, like the way I just said that.
That's what makes you a good teammate, Theodore. You always put your friends first.
Thanks. And, Corday sounds like a really awesome teammate, too. You two could rule the world with cupcakes and teamwork. Now, that's a campaign I could get behind.
Corday, it sounds like you and Theodore would make an exceptional team. One snack, one laugh, and one adventure at a time.
Yeah, thanks again, Corday.
All right, well, this message comes from Crystal Hayes 3346. They say, "Hi, Chipmunks and Chipettes. I hope Alvin feels better soon." He does. "I have a question for the boys. Did you know that in Full House there was a poster of you guys?" Well, Crystal Hayes, first of all, thank you for your kind words about Alvin. As much as it can be, he has recovered, and let's just say he tried a more ambitious skateboarding stunt, and he's even recovered from that.
Hey, the ramp wasn't the problem. The fence that came out of nowhere. That was the problem.
Oh, yes, that old-timey excuse of it was an unexpected fence. Well, as for your question, it's a fascinating piece of trivia. I didn't personally recall our likenesses appearing in the Tanner household, but it's not surprising. Over the years, our band has had quite the cultural impact. Posters, merchandise, even glasses, I think, drinking glasses. You name it. We've become somewhat of a backdrop to many people's childhood memories.
Whoa, wait. You're telling me that there was a Full House character who had our poster on their wall? That's amazing! That means somewhere in the Tanner family, someone had excellent taste in music. Oh, I remember Dave watching Full House reruns once while we were organizing the attic. He called down and said, "Guys, I think I just spotted you." But I thought he was kidding. Maybe he really did see our poster. See? Even sitcom families love the Chipmunks. There must be a Chipmunk fan in there somewhere. We're basically legends.
While legend might be a tad grandiose, it's gratifying to know that we've resonated across generations, even appearing in the background of iconic television series.
Oh, I hope it was one of the posters where I'm holding a big ice cream cone. That one's my favorite. Or maybe the one where we're all dressed like superheroes. Or the one where I was front and center in my awesome red hoodie. You know the one.
Yes, like 90% of them. We all know the one.
I mean, let's face it. If you're gonna put a poster up of the Chipmunks, you're gonna have the lead singer right in the spotlight. But I'd still vote for the ice cream one.
Of course you would.
Well, Crystal Hayes, 3346, thanks for spotting that and letting us know. Stuff like that, it totally makes my day. If you or anyone else ever see more cool appearances like that, definitely tell us. We love hearing about it. Unless you're robot chicken. Mutated by radiation. Yeah, that's not true. What? Theodore, you don't want to know. Let's just say seeing ourselves in other places is like finding hidden treasures.
Precisely. Hidden treasures of pop culture. Anyway, let's take a look at the next fan mail. Unisty9912 writes, "Hey guys, I have a question for everyone that it might interest. What are your thoughts about marching bands or the International Drum Corps? I play the mellophone in my high school marching band, and I love it. Oh, wondered if anyone had any thoughts to share about marching bands in general." Well, Unisty, that's an excellent question, and a topic that certainly strikes a chord. Oh, pun fully intended. Marching bands, from an academic and musical standpoint, represent a remarkable blend of discipline, athleticism, and artistry, coordinating both music and precise movements. It requires, cognitive and physical work, all in tandem. And I admire anyone who can navigate intricate formations while playing complex pieces. That's no small feat.
Okay, I gotta say, I respect that. Marching bands, oh, that's a hardcore dedication. You're out there, memorizing music, dodging a bunch of tubas and trombones, while making shapes on a football field or wherever you want to be. That takes some serious skill. And hey, the mellophone, oh, that's like the cool cousin of the French horn, right? Oh, very rock and roll. I think it's amazing. And the uniforms are so cool. I went to a game once where the band did a whole routine based on space adventures. They had glittery flags, and some of them had snacks hidden in their instrument cases. At least, I think they did. Oh, I love the pageantry and the coordination that goes into these performances. And the history? Marching bands go back centuries. I read that the earliest forms were military signals. It's fascinating how it's evolved into this beautiful, expansive art form. Plus, the mellophone has such a rich, warm tone. It really anchors the melody when woodwinds and brass all come together. Honestly, I used to think that marching bands were like background music for halftime shows. But after seeing how much style and creativity goes into it, total respect. Some of those routines are basically fashion shows set to music. And the confidence you need to pull it off, love it. I bet you totally own that mellophone.
Definitely. And you have to be really fit, too. I mean, marching for that long in formation, keeping your posture, carrying instruments, that's a sport and an art. It reminds me of the time I helped the coach in the middle of the school band's movement routine. It was way harder than it looked.
In short, we all have immense admiration for the dedication and creativity that marching band members and drum corps bring to their performances. It's a testament to how music can unite both the mind and the body.
And hey, if you ever need a lead vocalist to march with you, just saying, I look excellent in one of those hats. You'd probably add a cape, too. Of course. Gotta have flair.
All right, our next question comes from Antonio Muschetta, B7V. They say, "Hi, Brittany. I have a question for you. Have you ever thought about being a fashion designer?"
Oh my gosh, Antonio Muschetta, or however you pronounce that. You just asked the perfect question. I have been dreaming about becoming a fashion designer practically my whole life. Honestly, I think the first time I even held a crayon, I was sketching outfit designs. While most kids were building pillow forts or riding bikes, I was raiding Miss Miller's sewing basket and trying to make dresses for my dolls. And sometimes for Eleanor and Jeanette. Sometimes willingly, sometimes not.
Yeah, I still remember the time you tried to turn one of my soccer jerseys into a glamorous evening gown.
What can I say? I had vision. As we got older, while some people thought about what they wanted to wear, I was always thinking about what I wanted to create. I used to sketch full collections in the margins of my notebooks during school. Shoes, accessories, the works. I even made little prototype outfits for our performances, once we started singing on stage. Yeah, and most of the glitter ended up all over the carpet. Miss Miller was not amused. Great art requires a little bit of mess, Jeanette. That's practically a rule. And not only does fashion let you express yourself, but it gives you confidence. When I see someone walking tall in a bold, fabulous outfit, I know they believe in themselves. That's the feeling I want to give to everyone else.
You know, Britt even helped redesign our school play costumes once. The director loved them, and so did the audience.
And guess what? I've actually gotten feedback from Marina Rodencia herself, my ultimate style icon. She once sent me a note saying, "Your designs are fearless. Keep pushing the boundaries." I still have it framed in my room. I still think that she was scared you'd replace her someday. Alvin, she was encouraging me. Not everyone's out to compete, you know.
Though I do recall the time you submitted a dress design to that International Teen Fashion Contest and won second place.
I still think that polka-dotted sash should have gotten me first. But hey, silver medal's not bad for a first try. I totally wear something you made, as long as it has cupcakes, or pizza, or cupcakes and pizza. Theodore, I'd make you the whole delicious designs line. Food-inspired fashion. That could totally be a trend.
You'd have so many customers just from the school cafeteria alone.
You know, with Eleanor's practical ideas, Jeanette's eco-friendly materials, and my designs, we could actually start a small collection together. That would be amazing, sustainable, stylish, and meaningful.
Yeah, if you're a speculative evolved species of upright walking chipmunk.
Speculative?
I'll manage. So, to answer your question, Antonio, not only have I thought about being a fashion designer, it's one of my biggest dreams. Apart from, of course, being a world-famous singer, but achieved that one already. And with my amazing sisters and, okay, sometimes Alvin and the Chipmunks, but I'm gonna make it happen, okay? And when Brittany Miller Originals hits the big runway, you're gonna get a front row seat. As long as the front row seat doesn't require you to wear pink. No promises.
Our next message comes from Butch the Brutal Boy. They say, "Simon, I've got a question for you. Can you make a machine to fix your eyes?" Well, that's a very thought-provoking question. Believe me, the idea has certainly crossed my mind more than once. In fact, I've studied ocular science extensively. There are lesser corrective procedures, of course, and even advanced nanotechnology treatments. Technically, I could design a machine to recalibrate my vision, using micro-lens adjustments and adaptive optics, something far more advanced than standard corrective surgery.
Translation? Yes, but he won't.
Yes, but I won't.
Why not, Simon? You've invented things way more complicated than that.
Because these glasses, they're not just lenses. They're part of who I am. My glasses remind me that even though I might not see the world the same way as everyone else, it doesn't mean that I need to change it.
And without them, how would we know when you're about to say something super smart? Your thinking glasses push? Gives it away every time.
Plus, you look really distinguished with them.
Distinguished and, nerdy. But it's your signature style, Simon.
See? Even if I created the most brilliant ocular correction device known to chipmunk or human kind, I suspect I'd end up putting these glasses right back on.
And let's be honest, if Simon ever stopped adjusting his glasses dramatically while making speeches, the whole world would feel off.
Your humor aside, Alvin, you're not entirely wrong. So, Butch to the brutal boy, sorry, I almost forgot your name there. While the answer is technically yes, I choose to keep my glasses. They're a part of me. Thank you so much for the thoughtful question and for noticing the little things. It's what makes us who we are. So, with that, we'll move on to the next question. And it comes from Kimura Bland. They write, "Hey guys, me once again. Oh, a question for the boys. Would you let the girls paint your nails just for fun? I can honestly see Alvin with a red and gold design, Simon with blue, etc. By the way, it's okay to say no or yes. This is just your honest opinion." Well, that's very considerate of you to ask, and quite imaginative. I appreciate the color choices you suggested. As for me, I can certainly see the appeal from a purely design standpoint. It's not my style, but there's an artistry to nail decoration. In fact, ancient cultures like the Babylonians and the Ming Dynasty aristocrats used nail coloration to signify rank and personality traits.
Whoa. Let's just stop right there. History lesson or not. No way. Sorry, Kimura, but this is one trend I'm skipping. I mean, what if someone spots me? I have a reputation to maintain. Rockstar, daredevil, master gamer, none of those say manicure.
And some might say refusing new experiences is very on brand for you.
Exactly. Besides, paint belongs on cars and canvases, not my fingernails. I do it. Green and aquamarine sounds so cool. Maybe like sprinkles too? Like the ones on cupcakes? We could even add a tiny star design, Theodore. It would look really cute. Yeah, stars and sprinkles. See, that's the spirit.
And as for me, while it's not something I've pursued, like I said, I'd be willing to give it a try, purely for scientific curiosity and historical reference. Blue and white does sound tasteful and dignified.
Wow, Simon embracing dignified nail art? I never thought I'd see the day. Oh, he'll wear nail polish, but still won't try out my zipline idea? Typical.
That's because your brilliant idea resulted in Dave's shrubbery needing extensive repair. And then you thought, hey, I know, let's try and do this over a river, near a waterfall. Glad you didn't pursue that part.
Yeah, at least nail polish doesn't destroy landscaping, but it does damage wildlife. So make sure you dispose of them the right way. And please, don't throw them in the ocean. Not unless Simon tries to invent a self-removing, laser-guided manicure machine.
Interesting. That might have some potential.
Oh, no way. No more inventions that involve lasers and my hands. I think it'd be fun. And maybe we could all go out for ice cream after and show off the nails. You can show yours off, buddy. I'll stick with the classic rockstar look. No polish needed.
So there you have it. Theodore is enthusiastically on board. I'd be willing as an experiment, and Alvin, well, let's just say he's honoring tradition by sticking to his, personal style.
Yeah, we'll take that as a no, but thanks for asking. Well, yeah, but thanks for not trying to ambush me with nail polish while I'm sleeping. I know how you girls think. Wait, is that an idea for next April Fools? Maybe.
All right, well, our next message comes from Alfredo and Friends. They write, I've got a miraculous question for all of you. If you were to team up with the students to take down Queen Mayor, also known as Chloe Bourgeois, what would it be like? And which student from Mrs. Boustier's class would you pair up with? Fascinating scenario. For those unfamiliar, Queen Mayor, formerly Chloe Bourgeois, is a young politician in Paris known for, let's say, her rather, imperious leadership style. She's developed quite the reputation for, pushing boundaries of power. Mrs. Boustier's class, of course, includes some very capable young heroes and citizens, many of whom have been known to assist the holders of the miraculous jewels in protecting the city.
Well, I guess that's one way of putting it. Didn't she force her way into power?
Something like that. It's been a while since I watched the episode, I'll be honest.
Well, first of all, yes, teaming up with heroes in Paris, count me in. We've had plenty of adventures here at home, but taking down a power-hungry mayor teenage girl, that's the kind of action I live for.
Naturally, though I'd suggest we focus on de-escalation before launching into battle.
Says the guy who once built a robot to calmly handle Alvin's pranks. That robot almost threw him out the window. Best day ever. If we're teaming up with students from Mrs. Boustier's class, I want to work with Max. He's brilliant with technology and robotics, and I think we'd make a great partnership. We'd develop strategies or build devices to outsmart Chloe. Plus, his little robot Markov is so cute. Not the cutest robot I've ever seen, but still pretty cute.
Excellent choice, Jeanette. Max's analytical mind would complement yours beautifully. As for me, I'd likely partner with Marinette Dupin-Chang herself.
Oh, because she's the leader type, or is it because she's secretly Ladybug?
Both. Marinette has proven time and again that leadership isn't about authority. It's about responsibility and compassion. She could help me approach Queen Mayor from a diplomatic angle, while also coordinating any, shall we say, more assertive tactics if negotiations fail.
I want to team up with Rose. She's so kind and positive, and I think she'd help keep everyone's spirits up. Plus, I heard once that she helped organize a concert to cheer up the whole city. We could totally plan a big kindness event to distract Queen Mayor, while the others work behind the scenes.
That's a great idea, Theodore. I'd pick Julika. She might be shy, but she's brave and loyal. Plus, we'd make a great team sneaking into tricky areas, without drawing attention. And you don't always have to fight. Sometimes you can be smart.
Wow, these answers are like subverting expectations. So here's another one. I pick Alex. She's fearless, stylish in a tomboy sort of way, and can handle time travel. Because she holds the rabbit miraculous, which could be very handy for outsmarting someone like Chloe. And let's be honest, teaming up with someone that confident, total power move. Oh, all right. I'd team up with Nino. He's chill, got DJ skills, and it could come in handy for rallies and public support. And when he's carapace, his shield powers are awesome! Plus, we'd both bring some serious energy to the fight.
Energy is one way to put it.
Don't worry, Simon. I try to follow your plan. For at least 5 minutes. 5 minutes? Might be optimistic. That'd still be a new record for Alvin.
So, Alfredo and Friends, to answer your question, if the time ever came to help the people of Paris stand up to Queen Mayor, we'd each bring our own unique talents and team up with some of the bravest, kindest, and smartest students we know from Mrs. Boustier's class, even if it's not the ones you're expecting. We can't just choose people that match our personalities. Sometimes it's about teaming up with those that you wouldn't quite expect to.
And we do it not just to stop someone misusing power, but to remind everyone that true leadership means listening, protecting, and respecting others. And let's face it, we'd look awesome doing it. With snacks afterward? Always.
Well, thank you, Alfredo and friends, for ending today's fan mail with such an imaginative question. But with that, it wraps up another pretty interesting episode of the Munkcast.
You guys are amazing. Seriously, I feel like we've been on a world tour just answering your questions. Agreed. Posters, superhero team-ups in Paris, nail polish debates. Oh, that's a top-tier lineup if you ask me. And they really made us think, too. I love how creative and thoughtful they all are. And fun. Can't forget fun.
Yeah, I mean, today's questions might just be some of my favorites.
It's always a pleasure to hear from so many clever, passionate fans. You keep us inspired, and it's because of your support that we love coming back to chat, share things with you, and make these videos.
Plus, it gives me a great excuse to dodge chores and make it important work. Don't get used to it, Alvin. We can't wait to hear from you all next time.
Yes, whether it's music, science, sport, superhero adventures, you never fail to keep us on our little toes. And we'll be back soon with more answers and stories and even more laughs.
And maybe cupcakes? Of course, Theo. Always with the cupcakes.
Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. We appreciate it. If you have questions or fan mail or whatever you want to send to us, you could do it in the comment section below or on our Discord server or Facebook, maybe, and other places that are in the description, if they're still valid. we need to update that, seriously. Anyway, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. But until then, keep on monkin'!